The saga continues as the battle rages on between the aristocratic death dealers, vampires, and the barbaric lichens, werewolves. The film traces the beginnings of an ancient feud between the two tribes as the beautiful vampire heroine Celine, Kate Beckinsale, discovers that she has been betrayed by her own kind and must seek revenge. This fast-paced, modern-day tale of deadly action, ruthless intrigue, and forbidden love takes her into the battle to end all wars as the immortals must finally face their retribution.
Yes, this one, Len Wiseman and Danny McBride are back as the director and screenwriter. We open up, like you said, you were sad that they killed Victor, but it opens up with a flashback of Victor and Marcus.
Marcus, who we get to see now.
Who is hunting his brother William, who was the first werewolf. And this is back when the lichens could only be in wolf form.
Yeah, so he's a lower lichen.
Yeah.
So when we say lower lichen, we mean you're only in werewolf form all the time.
Yes.
And then the higher lichens are the ones that can shift back and
forth. They will come later.
Yeah.
But they don't have, like, Underworld's lichens were very unique. These older ones, they just look like the ones from Bad Moon, which I like that look, but I'm like, oh, that was like one of the good things you had. You had a very unique look that worked. It was one of the few things that worked. And now we're just going with a more traditional werewolf image here. My problem with these werewolves, well, they're very CGI. Okay. I think I brought this up on Patreon when we did the Wolfman remake. That like extended heel that animals have.
Oh, yes.
That works for an animal that's on all fours, or if it's like a dinosaur that's hunched over. When you put it on like something that stands upright, they look weird as hell. And I don't like when werewolf stuff gives them those big feet if they're standing upright. I'm like, they look awkward. And when they're in CGI form, they all look like they have clown shoes on. It was bothering me the whole movie. Like, they'll fall, like, their feet are so big and wonky. I don't like this look at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why people keep doing it. I'm like, it doesn't, that, biologically, that's meant for, like, two body types, and it just looks weird. So anyway, the werewolves were freaking me out in the beginning. I didn't like them too much. But this is when we learned that, like, I guess maybe they're using silver weapons. But a lot of times they're just like ripping werewolves' heads off or just cutting them. And I'm like, well, that wasn't silver. Are they able to regenerate?
A head?
I don't know.
I
And
mean, I think
freaking Monster Squad, they blew up the werewolf and he went all back together.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. I would think if you behead something.
Okay. Well,
or
in that
burn
case,
the heads.
I don't know if you know this, Lena. If you have a strong enough regular gun, it could blow a fucking head off. They don't really need the silver bullets. They just need a higher caliber round, and then you're good. They're wasting all this money in silver. I'm like, well, you just have to destroy the head.
Especially at that time. Like, how do you get a hold of silver back in whatever?
Yeah, I'm just like, well, if you just got to kill the head, it'll take longer, but whatever. It's just so stupid. I'm like, it's silver or nothing. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're hunting the werewolves.
They're specifically hunting William.
Yes.
And William has wiped out a village. And as they're trying to find William, all of the villagers start to rise and shift.
And start turning, yes.
So they capture William.
And we learn about the theme of this movie is family. The Corvinus people really don't like to kill family, except maybe Marcus. Well, no, he doesn't kill him. Anyway.
Victor's the only one that kills a family.
Yes.
And his family.
Yes. Marcus, like, really just wants to protect William.
So Marcus goes into an agreement with Victor.
Yeah.
That he will serve Victor, even though he's the elder to Victor.
Yes.
Because William has been captured and is being locked alive in like a casket.
And he's not allowed to know where.
Yes. And so he's
Which, by the way, if he's not allowed to know where, I'd be like, hey, kill William. Yeah. He's good. We checked in on him. He's fine.
So he says to Marcus, if you defy me, then you're sentencing your brother to death.
Yes.
And this is the backstory we get.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we flash forward. Celine and Michael are still on the run. She talks about, like, he needs to feed on blood.
Yes.
Which I didn't think he would have to, since he's more lichen leaning.
I think the whole point is that he's supposed to be half and half.
Okay. So I guess he could just... Because he does try to eat food.
Because we do see him try and eat, yeah.
And it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't go well.
Yeah. So maybe he can only eat raw meat covered in blood.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But But we don't get to that point.
We didn't get to experiment. Well, that's Celine's whole thing. Is like, we don't know like what your limits are.
Yeah, we have no idea.
There's never been a hybrid. There's never been a hybrid
I love that
before.
they find a safe house.
Yeah.
And she says, just stay here. He has one instruction. Just stay here.
He's like, I gotta eat.
I'm going to wander out. So this
Well, it turns out that idea was stupid because we have a new hybrid. So it turns out all that werewolf blood that poured into Marcus's tomb has mutated him into a hybrid, but he's more bat leaning. So when I remember when
bat leaning.
Because like apparently you can be a hybrid, but you'll lean. It's the difference between a liger and a Tygon, which are hybrids.
These are the things I learned when I come on your channel.
They're hybrids, but sometimes one is more dominant than the other.
I actually love the fact that you're paying so much attention to the werewolves because the things that you're mentioning, I did not clock in on because I was paying attention to the vampires. So like I didn't notice the bipedal thing. I didn't.
Yeah.
So
I noticed it in so many. It just looks. You can't give them that like extra heel or whatever if they stand upright. It just looks.
Do you know what
bizarre.
the point of that is? I just read this. You know the dew claw on our animals?
Yeah.
The dew claw is so that when you stop and turn, it grabs the ground so that you can. I was like,
So yeah, he ingested a bunch of lichen blood and it mutated him into a hybrid. But again, since his origin is bad.
Wait, can we go back? That should not have happened because he's not a Corvinus.
No, Marcus is.
Marcus is a Corvinus?
Yeah. That's why Corvinus won't kill him in this movie because it's his son.
So he's the wolf son.
No, Marcus is the bat.
So Marcus is
he's the first vampire.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So
I have forgotten all of this at this point.
So I guess Marcus had just never fed on wolf blood ever.
So Marcus was the bat bitten.
Yes.
William was the wolf bitten.
Yes. So William's not a hybrid, but like I guess because Michael had the lichen stuff in him first, the wolf part was the dominant gene.
What's first? Okay.
And since Marcus had the bat stuff, he became more bat-like. I didn't know that was like he was a hybrid. When I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, I guess since he's the oldest, he looks like a Batman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love when he breaks out. Craven gets his fucking comeuppance. He just murders everyone.
Craven goes to the manor in a panic. He knows he's fucked.
Yeah.
There's one elder left. And so he raises up Marcus's tomb, and it's been broken out.
Yeah, Marcus is already out because he woke up and figured out how to get out.
Yes.
And he comes in. I like that when his bat wings are like together, they're like tentacles that can like just stab.
Yes, I thought his creature design was awesome.
He looked great. I love that look.
Awesome.
And he's in it for a lot of the movie.
I know,
I was
he's
like,
really good.
I know he did have a human form. And I was expecting him to turn into a human form right away.
That played Marcus? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I don't have his
name.
He
did a really good job.
So yeah, Marcus when he ingested the blood of the werewolf, he got all his memories. And then he ingests all the blood from Craven and learns about his betrayal and everything. So he's completely up to date on what's going on.
Right.
And,
Tony Curran.
Tony Curran.
Who has been he was in Blade. He was in Blade 2. He was one of the mercenaries.
The Blade Boys, we call them? That's how we got our name for the show.
And he was in this incredible vampire movie, if you've never seen it, called Eat Locals. And it's like 6 elders that all come together from different vampire clans to have just like a nice meeting. They do this every once in a while.
Yeah.
And it's just a little cottage in the middle of England, but they're attacked and they have to fight. It's so good.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wants to hunt down Celine because he's learned that Celine probably knows the location of William.
Yes.
Even if it's not, it's in her blood.
Why does she?
Because we learned that Victor hired her dad to build the prison for William.
Yes.
And then
murdered the family so no one
years later he came back to murder the family. Yep. And at that point, he knew that Celine would forget, but the memory would lie in her blood.
Yes, and he did it because she looks so much like his daughter.
That's the thing. If he would have killed her, would have been totally fine.
Yep.
But he killed his daughter and wanted a replacement.
What happens when you simp? This is what happens.
He simps too hard. Yeah. He simps too hard. So she's trying to keep what's his face, Michael safe.
Yes.
And Marcus is on their tail. I do like when they had the big fight on the truck.
Yes.
That was cool.
Yes.
Michael still looks lame, but not as bad as he used to look.
But most important plot point in 2.
Yeah.
they have sex.
They do. And her eyes change colors.
And I knew where this was headed as soon as we saw that scene, and I was like, don't do it.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Yep.
But we'll get to it.
We'll get to that. But yeah, so they have sex and her eyes change colors. And I recently, on Logan's channel, Videoville Entertainment, I did Innocent Blood.
I love that movie.
And in the sex scene in that movie, her eyes are changing colors.
So what we know is when vampires orgasm, their eyes change.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're with a vampire and their eyes didn't change, they faked it.
By the way, when they have that big fight on the truck, which was a cool scene. I thought that was awesome. When they get to the sun comes up and she starts to like burn up, so he throws the thing over her. But then they get into a garage and he's just throwing paint onto all the windows. Like, that's gonna take forever. Just put the cover over her and get her in a closet.
I know.
He throws the paint all over there and then goes to the bathroom. Like, no, just keep her covered and bring her into the bathroom.
It's supposed to show like how much he cares about
her. Instead, I'm like, you're wasting a lot of time with this.
And thank God they had open black paint cans everywhere.
Yes, thank God.
Goodness. Thank goodness it was Black Paint Day.
So yeah, this is when they actually start to fall in love and have sex and everything. And I like what you call it. Marcus just hides in a hole and cuddles up with his wings.
Upside down with his wings. Yes.
So yeah, I like that. He's really adjusting to being a hybrid. He's like, I guess it's just some shit I do now. I'm a Batman.
What happens when you're 2,000 years old?
So Celine realizes that a guy that she exiled for heresy turned out to be right. She's like,
well, he's the vampire historian.
He's the vampire historian.
That's a job.
Yeah. And she's like, well, turns out I owe that guy an apology.
Yes. And what is he doing in exile?
He's having three-ways.
Orgies.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And then they go to, I forgot, they went to a lab at one point and they found a lichen
dead. Was the safe house.
Yeah, dead in werewolf form. And they're like, I thought they revert back. They're like, they must have mutated it to keep it in this form.
Because they were basically experimenting on lichens.
Yes.
Yes.
And then while this is happening, there's an old guy with very white hair who was in the Gladiator movies.
Yes.
I'm blanking on his name.
Who has like a SWAT force.
Yes. We don't know who he is right away.
Well, I figured it out pretty quick.
Everyone figured it out pretty quick. But they're like covering up like all the vampire tracks and everything. After every attack, they come in and they like blow up
This is another trope I love, when the vampires have a cleanup squad.
Yes. Well, it's not even the vampires. He's just doing it.
Guy.
We learn why. But she has to go to the historian's house to get information on like the amulet that she has.
He's got two topless hot girls.
Of course.
Yes.
And he has vampire bodyguards.
Yes.
That he keeps like in a well.
No, he has lichens chained
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry. Lichen bodyguards.
He has like, it says like beware the dogs or something like that, attack dogs.
Yeah.
And they're lichens, chained up lichens. And we find out it was a gift from Lucian.
Yeah.
To protect him,
and I guess
because Lucian knew he was telling the truth.
And I guess they're lower lichens.
They're lower lichens. They never.
But I think this is the first time where I think Michael rips the head off, and I'm like, oh, that could just kill them.
Yeah.
This one is a lot bloodier.
Oh yeah.
The action's better. The blood's better.
I feel like they sat in the writing room and they're like, we need more action, more blood, and some boobs. We had no boobs in the first one.
Kate won't go topless, unfortunately.
Nope, her clause was already in place at that point. Yep.
So yeah, they get the information on where to
find.
They have to find.
No, they have to find the key.
They have to find the key.
So that's the one thing we forgot.
Yeah.
In the first one, Lucian has a pendant, and we see in the flashbacks that originally it was Victor's daughter's pendant.
Yeah.
And the pendant is part of like a key system that will get them into William's final resting place.
Oh, okay.
So they have the pendant, Michael does. And in the fight on the truck, Marcus tries to steal the pendant from him because he kept saying, why does he want this? Why does he want this? And so she remembers, as her memories start to come to, that it's part of this system.
Yes.
And so inside of Victor's actual skeleton was the other piece.
Yeah.
So there's
because we see the old guy come in and rip him open,
take the piece out. And then she has the pendant, and you need those two things to come together to get to William.
Yes, and once
it's very Tomb Raider.
And once, it is very. These actually work almost better as Tomb Raider movies than the actual Tomb Raider movies.
Yeah.
It is the first Tomb Raider. You got to get the scion. You got to piece it together. So yes, they go to find the old man, and again, Marcus is on their tail. He's ingested enough horse blood that
now he's human again.
He can now like switch into human form, and he can go back and forth.
Yeah.
And
that's why when he came on screen, I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Because he's been in other vampire stuff.
Yeah. So they meet the old guy, who they learn is
Corvinus.
The original Corvinus, who is immortal, but he doesn't. Well, they say that he could have killed. So I assume he has powers. Maybe he's strong like a vampire and stuff, but I don't think he needs to take blood because they just said he was human.
He's just a guy. Yeah.
But because Marcus comes in, she's like, you could have killed him. He's like, I can't kill my own son. So he technically could have, but didn't.
So he's been cleaning up after his sons.
Yes.
For centuries.
But he won't kill them because they're his sons. And I'm like, I don't know. One's like a wolf that's never going to change back. Whatever your son was, he's not in there anymore. You can just off him. And your other son's a big back guy.
Yeah.
So at least like give him a spanking or something and tell him to stop.
Yeah. Give him a timeout,
Yeah. But while they're having this conversation, like Marcus shows up and just starts killing everyone.
Yeah.
He like mortally wounds Michael. And then he's able to drink Celine's blood and gets all the information.
All the memories. Yep.
And then he even like he like mortally wounds his dad, and his dad ends up just like killing himself.
His dad blows up the ship to cover the final evidence of his son's crime yet again.
Yes.
Yes.
But now they know where to go, I think.
Yes.
And they have like the pieces, I
think.
think.
But Michael's in a body bag.
Michael's in a body bag. And who are the people? I guess, is that just Corvinus's crew that helps them?
SWAT team or whatever.
Yeah.
Takes them on a helicopter.
Yeah, to the location. It's now underwater.
Yes.
This place that she grew up in.
Michael's in a body bag in the chopper because she's like, don't leave him here.
Yeah, and she just assumes that he's dead.
Yeah.
But again, we don't really know how these hybrids technically work.
Exactly.
So they're just putting him on hold.
Yes.
But I like when they're like, here's an oxygen mask. She's like, I'm a fucking vampire.
Yeah, she
just jumps down there.
And the rest of the guys have scuba gear on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
William is woken up and he's good to go.
Wait.
Yeah. He doesn't have atrophy or anything. He's not even. I was weird that he wasn't dehydrated also because he's just been in a coma for.
But it also just shows that the Lycans are so much stronger than the vampires.
Yes.
Because we see how the vampires rise. They need a whole bunch of TLC when they come to.
Yeah.
But William, who's been literally in a sarcophagus in a mountain wall.
Yeah.
For, we're assuming, millennia.
He just stored all that energy.
He's good to go.
He just stored all that energy and reserved all of it. But yeah, he comes out. I do like the stuff with William, like tracking. It felt like aliens or something to me, killing the SWAT team. But then they start to mutate into werewolves. Yes. Lots of fun action here. I like that Marcus ends up getting like trapped. And like for a lot of this fight scene, it's like them doing all these cool moves. And it's just Marcus being like,
just pounding on the rock wall. Yeah.
Lifting up the big rock.
And then Michael comes too.
Michael, we see like inside his bones like breaking and everything, his heart starts rushing again. So he is alive.
Yes.
He will live for many years. But yeah, he comes in to help fight against William while Celine fights Marcus.
Yes, and then the chopper falls down into this catacomb that they're
conveniently
fighting.
Placed chopper.
Yes, right at the bridge.
Luckily, that guy died with his foot on the pedal.
Yeah. So the blades are going, and Marcus and Celine are fighting, backing towards this. Yeah.
Which I thought was a really tense scene.
Yeah.
William is strong, but not stronger than Michael, who again just rips his fucking head off. Just rips it right off.
Yep.
Marcus is upset by this.
Yes.
Because he did all this for William.
Yes.
Then he gets kicked into a fan and gets shattered.
Yes, he does. You don't come back from that.
Yeah, I guess you don't. But, he set up that if he were to die, all the vampires would die. That was a lie. That was just a lie he told to cover his ass.
And that's been used in other things.
Yeah. Now, have you ever seen the movie? It's not a great movie, but What Planet Are You From? Do you ever see that comedy?
I don't think so.
It's about aliens coming to Earth because like they need like women. They need to like procreate. So an alien comes to Earth just for the purpose to knock a broad up. Nice. But the leader of the aliens is Ben Kingsley. Like John Goodman's in this movie. I forget the main actor who's in it. Ben Kingsley is like the leader of the aliens. And at the end, he's like, John Goodman pulls a gun on him. And he's like, you fool, I have regenerative stuff and blah, 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 blah. And then they just shoot him. And the alien goes like, I always thought he was bullshitting about that. So it turns out Marcus is like, yeah, and if I die, you all die. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's also from interview. In the Anne Rice novels, the older vampires.
Akasha and
when
Kill.
Akasha goes to get a suntan, it causes all the other vampires to like burn up.
Yes.
So yeah, if she dies, they were all going to die. Like the older ones can resist it. So yeah. So yeah, it turns out he lied about that.
Yes.
Just totally lied about it. But she ingested his blood.
Yes. So now she can be in the
We
sun.
learned that she can be in the daylight.
Yes.
Now, did he always have the ability to be in the daylight, or is it the liking blood that gave him that?
I don't know.
Because why wouldn't he just be in the daylight all the time? Why did he?
But
did
if
he
all
not
of,
know?
if all your friends are nocturnal, then you're just going to be nocturnal.
That's true. But we see him sleeping earlier. I don't think maybe he didn't know that he could be in the daylight.
Maybe.
Because again, being a hybrid was new to him.
But we knew Corvinus could, so maybe that comes from Corvinus.
Yeah, but I think now that he's part lichen, and lichens can be out in the daylight, I think maybe that's just something he didn't test yet, and it just conveniently, she's like, I guess I can just be in the daylight now.
So now she can be in the daylight.
Yes. So that's a fun little cliffhanger. I'm gonna be honest, I really like this one. It still has some of the cheesiness that I didn't like from the first one, but the action was a lot better.
Yes.
It flowed a lot faster. It's still exposition action scene, but it's woven a little bit better.
Sure.
Yeah, I actually didn't mind this one too much. The werewolf stuff was cool. It was bloody. It was the action packed. We had kind of shooken off the Matrix kind of stuff at this point.
I think with the first one, they had so many ideas, and they probably didn't know they were going to do another one.
Yeah.
So they tried to shove so much lore down your throat that it was overwhelming. But then the other problem is you've established so much in your first movie that as you write the next four, you either have to stick to everything that you have established or you just throw it out the window, which is what they decide to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. This one, watching for the first time, like, that actually gets me excited for the next chapter.
Yes.
What do they end up doing?
Prequel.
But before we get into that, any last thoughts on Underworld Evolution?
The one gripe I had, I loved the backstories. I love flashbacks, and that's the nice thing about vampire stuff is you get to do flashbacks.
Yeah.
I loved it. I freaking hated the sex scene because I knew where it was headed, and it's one of my least favorite bullshit tropes in vampires. Yeah. And we will talk about it. But as soon as it happened, I was like, stop it.
Yeah, we kind of.
Are you really going to stop to have sex in the middle of a garage when you're being chased? You've just turned into a hybrid. Like. I knew where it was headed.
If I didn't just watch Innocent Blood, I would have had more criticisms. But in Innocent Blood, I'm like, this sex scene, I'm like, very good sex scene. Not the time for this.
But that's what she used in Innocent Blood.
I know.
She used sensuality. So I don't think she knew how to turn it off. Celine, it was never established ever that Celine gave a shit about sex.
Yeah. Except
so
for
now all of a sudden, come on.
We had to set up the next one.
So I knew where it was headed.
So they end up doing a prequel instead. This says it's written by Dirk Blackman, Danny McBride, and Howard McCain. This time it was directed by Patrick Tatopoulos.
Okay.
Who is he's like a production designer, creature designer. He's like a big design guy. He's worked on a bunch of big movies. Do you want to know what his most controversial movie was? I'll give you a hint. A character in the movie is named after him.
What's his name again?
His name is Patrick Tatopoulos.
Patrick
Tatopoulos.
No idea.
I'll give you another hint. In front of me is a giant cabinet full of the movie's merchandise. Godzilla 1998.
Oh.
He designed the 1998 American Godzilla, which Godzilla fans absolutely hate. Now they like it. It's not a bad design. It just doesn't look like Godzilla.
Yeah.
But Matthew Broderick in that movie, they called him Nico Tatopoulos, and they made jokes about him. He was named after. But he did like Independence Day. He's worked on so many big movies.
Yes.
And I guess he's directed a couple times. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Until I looked up the thing. I'm like, oh, Patrick Tatopoulos. I guess he took a hand at directing. I have to go back and see if he was a designer on the other two movies. I assume he was.
Huh.
So yeah, they decided to do a prequel to tell the story of like when the Lycans became the way they were.
This is the origin of the war.
Origin of the war, which I feel like they already explained pretty well for us, and we didn't really need to see
we were
it.
told that Victor murdered his daughter
Mhm.
because she was in love with Lucian,
Yeah.
a Lycan,
Yeah.
and that she carried a baby in her womb that would be a hybrid. And we also have been told that the Lycans used to be the vampire slaves.
Yes.
So all this we knew.
Yeah. But this movie will give us more revelations. Let me read the thing here.